Good morning and welcome to the Delco Show. This is Fiore, Executive Director of Delaware County's Brandywine Conference and Visitors Bureau, and you are listening to the Delco Show right here on iRadio Philly. The Delco Show is brought to you by the Delaware County Chamber of Commerce, and I'd like to jump in real quick with our two wonderful sponsors. As usual, Primo Hoagies, Baltimore Pike in Media, right around where the post office is. That would be Monroe and Baltimore Pike. Great hoagies. We get 3 hoagies a week here at the Delco Show. They're always surprises and they're always delicious. So Primo Hoagies, thank you very much. Check out Primo Hoagies, Baltimore Pike in Media. And our studios are currently at Headroom, headroom.net. Headroom is a fascinating concept. It is a small town setting for office space that you can rent by the hour, by the week, by the day, by the half hour, by the month. You can get a full year's membership to have complete, almost 24/7 access to the facility, state-of-the-art offices, whiteboards, all the technology you need. Check out headroom.net. And we're sitting right on the corner here in a nice window, nice big windows, corner office space at State Street and Veteran Square in beautiful downtown Media, also known as everybody's hometown. And again, once again, welcome to the Delco Show. I'm going to be speaking with a gentleman today who's got a unique concept. I loved it. I got a hoot out of it. I tried it, and we're going to play it, but we're going to introduce him first. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Marc Gallo, who's the president of Mind the Gap. You can check their website out, mindthegap.com or wemindthegap.com, WEMINDTHEGAP.com, wemindthegap.com. Now, when I first saw this, I had no idea what the hell it was. I saw the questions. We get a general idea of what we're going to talk about, but I'm looking, I'm going, what is this? What is this? What is this? Well, I saw it. I played around with it a little bit, and I want you to hear this, and then we'll get into what is We Mind the Gap or Mind the Gap. You ready for me, Stephen E. Kessler, our technology whiz? Let's see if I can do this without breaking anything.
Destination Delco, a new website, new publication, and a new way to experience Delaware County. The Main Line, the Brandywine, Main Streets, Riverside, and Crossroads. 5 experiences in one county. From Philly to the Brandywine, Destination Delco will thrill you, chill you, and treat you like a long-lost friend. Check us out today, destinationdelco.com, or call us 610-565-3679. Destination Delco, a new way to experience Delaware County.
Now, you heard that, and I'm going to kind of explain what that is. Mark, that took me a grand total of 5 minutes to put together, okay? And my basic thought on that, well, we know what now Mind the Gap is. It's in-store, on-hold, auto-attendant. It's the gap between you calling and getting somebody to on the phone that's a real live person. It's that mind the gap between that point. It's kind of like what we do on here on iRadio Philly, which is a sweeper, which is this 10-second little piece that goes between songs on iRadio Philly, which is internet radio, kind of like Sirius Radio. They own 23 different genres of radio of music on the internet. So it's professional music and messaging solutions. Mark, what I found fascinating by it, I went to the website, and it says, try us out, try a sample, make a demo. So I go down this list, and it gives me, I can have a female voice or another female voice. I could have English speaking. I could have, a regular speaking man doing it. I got about 6 different selections I could go to. And then I go to the next page, which is pick the background music. And I chose Spy 1, actually. And you could have had different genres. You could have had operas. You could have just another half a dozen at least. But as I said, I did it real fast. And then I wrote the copy real quick. And my first thought is a 30-second piece. I'm thinking that's also could be used for a radio commercial. And it's a great concept. Fascinating. Now, I sent an email to 4 or 5 guys last night once this came through. First off, I put this in, I believe, on Monday afternoon, the request. I had it by Tuesday night. What a turnaround time. But what I wrote to the guys, to these guys that are working on this rebranding, going from Brandywine Country to Destination Delco was, okay, this is a absolutely fabulous thing. It's really nifty. But now I need to find out how it really works, because I said, okay, give me the spy music. Give me the British guy who, to me, I'm looking, because Destination Delco, the concept in October, were nuclear bombing Brandywine Country. We're blowing it up. And I've got spies coming in to do that on a video. And we're blowing the damn thing up. And then there's a new day rising with Destination Delco coming out. And the spies will be driving a Lamborghini. They'll be in the tuxedos. It's going to be a tall Russian woman dressed in black. It'll be a James Bond-like guy. We go into a control room, monitors, cameras, computers, and everything. We're making a switch system for the nuclear bomb. You have to turn 2 keys to make it work. And I'm out of my mind, Mark. I'm nuts. So I said spy music. And if I can get this guy, the British guy, to sound a little snide, kind of like M15, M16, Ian Fleming, that type of thing and everything, it would really be kind of neat. So my question is, where the hell did you come up with this? This is a great concept.
Well, actually, Mind the Gap is very niched. We can do work for video, for film, for lots of different purposes that have audio needs. But our specific niche is really on-hold music and messaging, in-store music and messaging, and auto-attendant recordings. I found in my 25 plus years in business that being too diversified, even though you may be in an industry like the audio industry,
Media, yeah, sure.
it dilutes your impact from a sales and marketing standpoint. So
know what you do good and do it. Right?
Exactly.
Okay.
So if someone like yourself would come to us and say, look, Mark, we're doing this video. We got this whole nuclear concept of blowing up Delaware County,
Whoa, not Delaware. No, the magazine. No, I'm not blowing Delaware County up. Although some people from the surrounding counties think they should, because we are considered the redheaded bastard
We're going to have
stepchild.
like Homeland Security bust through the door or something here any second, you know what I mean?
Go ahead.
But
You sick bastard.
Well, everything's a conspiracy theory these days, you know what I mean? You can't trust anybody.
Did you just read in the paper this morning? There's a whole different twist on Osama bin Laden. Classic, absolutely classic. Anyway, go ahead.
He's done, dead, we're over him.
Listen,
But anyway.
no, he's not. Him, JFK, and Elvis are alive and living on an island. Just telling you. Okay,
no, that's fine.
Non-believers.
So a client like yourself, if you would come to us with this concept, which I improperly described, that you want audio for a video, we can do it. I mean, we're a complete professional recording studio. We can do, video lock, syncing, sound effects, and the whole thing. But our niche is really for businesses worldwide that have auto attendant recording needs, which specifically is, we all heard it. You call up a company. Thank you for calling ABC Corporation. Press 1 for sales, press 2 for 3. we're the company that do those type of recordings. You call up a company, please hold, you're on hold, you hear music, you hear information about that company. We're the company that does that. And finally, you walk into, say, that nails and spa place right across the street, okay, and you want to get a massage, and they have overhead music going on, new age music probably. We're the type of company that provides those services.
All this from little old Pilgrim Gardens on Township Line right near St. Dorothy's?
Well, let's get into it.
Exactly. That's why you're here.
The industry had changed radically over all these years. I mean, 20 years ago, with our recording studio, we would have to have voice talent come to our location.
And this is what we were, because Stephen E. Kessler II and I were discussing this. Okay, how did they turn around so fast? Now, again, I was in the radio TV industry many years ago, in the 1969 to about 1980, okay? I've seen how it was done. And we used to bring in a guy or a gal to sit in the recording studio and do the piece. And then it evolved into, okay, you send the script out. Those people had their own studio. They did their piece, then send it back to you, da-da-da-da-da. So go. I get it. I understand it. Yeah.
So, 20 years ago, voice talent would have to come to our studio. Flash forward to now, we have people all over the world doing voice work for us. In England, in Australia, in Japan, in France. Because, we also do multiple languages. So the thing is that if we have a client that has a specific need, a specific dialect, a specific language, that we have a whole pool which allows us to do business with anyone worldwide. And that's one of the big advantages, is that many of these people, due to audio technology and how efficient it is now, have professional studios right in their homes.
Right. So
and they just simply do the recordings. They upload it to our FTP site. We download it right to our recording facility, and boom, we just get it right on our computer and marry it with music, master it, and boom, email it right to the client.
Well, that's what I was going to say. So therefore, because I think you had a comment section on the website also. Had I have put in there, I want the British accent, but I want it mysterious and eerie and a little snide, whatever, they would gear the way they were reading that script based on those comments.
Everything's customized.
Okay.
Everything.
Okay. Yeah. So it's fascinating. It's just, I know that the business has changed so quickly.
And we'll even do different takes for you. Like if you put those comments when you made that submission to us, if you put, look, I want one this way, I want one that way, and I want one this way, we'll do it like 3 different ways, and then you pick and choose.
Right. Because again, that, when I got it, I go, all right, this is close enough for what I'm looking for. Just to say, what a great idea. I'm glad I heard the damn thing, because I'm just amazed by this, that there's something out here like this. And to me, it's a natural and it works. So I just give me we got about less than a minute and a half left for the first segment of the show. Give me a Reader's Digest version. Where'd you come from? What I mean, you've been in this business for 25 years, doing what to whom? And if I have to cut you off, I will, because I don't care, Mark.
I'm a graduate of Temple University.
Good school for communications.
Yeah, I played in bands back then, still create, which is an important part of our business to this day, in creating new music and publishing it and so on. And along the way, over the years of being in a band and dealing with DJs and stuff like that, built a recording studio and gradually got into this evolved in business, which involved doing audio programming for businesses and companies. And we work with many DJs throughout the Philadelphia area and throughout the country.
Okay, and we'll get back to that when we come back after this short break. Ladies and gentlemen, we're speaking with Marc Gallo, president of Mind the Gap. Check them out on their website, WeMindTheGap.com, 1-888-353-6745, Mind the Gap. It is professional music and meeting solutions on hold. This is Tori Fiore. You're listening to The Delco Show on iRadio Philly. Welcome back to the Delco Show. This is Tori Fiore, and I'm speaking with Marc Gallo, president of Mind the Gap. WeMindTheGap.com, 1-888-353-6745, Pilgrim Gardens area, Township Line, in-store, on-hold, auto attendant, professional music and messaging solutions. We were talking about this great idea, and you said while you were in college at Temple, you played in bands.
Correct.
And then you were touring in Great Britain?
Yeah, we were in England.
So I told you to stop there. I didn't want to hear the rest of the story, and that was between break here, folks. But I'm trying to figure out where this concept, where this idea, where the name came from. So he's in England playing in a band. Grunge?
No, we were a theatrical rock. We were a pretty wild group.
Theatrical rock.
Yep, costumes, the whole works.
Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Yeah, but different. But different.
Okay. Hey, I was close. I don't know anything about music. Look, I'm a big band freak. I love big bands. Okay, give me anything by, the Dorsey Brothers, Guy Lombardo, Charlie Barnett and the Cherokees. I'm happy. Okay? Lawrence Welk. I love that show. Okay? Theatrical rock. Rockabilly. Country Bible. I don't know. Anyway. All right. Theatrical rock band in Great Britain. Go.
So, my band Bag, that's what we were called, to get around from gig to gig, we had to take the tube.
Is that because you drank a lot? In the bag? No? Okay, sorry.
It's where we were in our lives. So
Fine.
To speak. But anyway. But we had to take the tube, what we call the subway here, and as the train would approach, this big, ominous, Orwellian voice would be, "Mind the gap." And what Mind the Gap referred to there was the gap between the train and the platform.
Right.
Now, at the time, I had no use for the phrase at all. So flash forward, 15, 16 years later, when we were called Marketing on Hold, not the band, but the company, we decided to change the name.
Doing kind of the same thing?
What's that?
No, Marketing on Hold. Doing kind of this? Okay.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Same thing. We just wanted to brand our company differently. Kind of separate ourselves from the pack, so to speak. So it dawned on me, that experience from years ago, Mind the Gap, that it would be a great application to what we do for our clients now, because the gap that we provide or fill,
yeah.
Basically, the gap that we fill for our clients is in this regard. Companies' marketing plans typically are outward. They push.
Yep.
Internet marketing, direct mail, salespeople, TV ads,
social
radio
media,
spots, But a big gap in those plans are the clients and customers that are calling you. So when they're calling you and they're placed on hold, many companies don't even have anything on hold.
Right.
Many people, they call up a company, and when they get the auto attendant recording, they're getting the salesman leaving the messages on the auto attendant recording, who may not be a very good voice talent.
Right.
And so it's very, very important to sound as good as you look. Everybody's concerned with image, but they ignore.
Fortunately, I have both.
And you do.
Okay. Anyway, you were saying.
So we thought the name Mind the Gap,
I love it,
would be an excellent concept that would refer nicely to a void in many companies' marketing plans.
Yeah. No, it's a great idea. Now, if you mind, if you can't, that's okay. Who are some of the companies you work for or with?
In the Philadelphia area, Mealy's Furniture.
Sure.
They're on TV all the time.
Yeah.
In fact, Eileen Brady does all the work for them. And she does a lot of work for Boscov's, their TV spots. Goodwill Industries. Mm-hmm. We work with many of their locations throughout the United States. In addition, Harley Davidson dealerships.
Oh, okay.
We deal with one in Reading and many other throughout the country as well. So they're just some of the larger profile.
How did you get the word out when you rebranded?
Well, initially, since we've been in business for over 20 years, marketing has really evolved. Years ago it was...
You think? I don't know if this internet's going to take. I'm not sure.
It's a fad.
I'm holding on to my typewriter. Anyways.
In the beginning, it was really direct mail, cold calling. And
Sure.
we still cold call to this day. But in the early 2000s, it more was email marketing all the way up to about 2010. And now it's pretty much internet marketing, networking, and cold calling.
Okay.
So that's how we really get the word
out. Interesting question. What's your on hold for Mind the Gap?
Music. Actually, it's a music song. It's actually a song because we produce music as well.
Okay.
You know, actually, Andre Gardner does it.
Magic? Is he with Matt? Who is he with?
WMGK 102.9. Is that WMGK?
Magic.
Yeah, the classic rock.
Yeah.
Classic rock.
Okay.
These formats change all the time on these stations.
Oh, believe I no, don't get me, trust me. Well, you know what happened here, Mark. I'm going to tell you real quick.
Sure.
When I was in the TV radio industry, you as an organization, I worked for Westinghouse Broadcasting.
Mm-hmm.
You were only allowed to own X amount of radio stations and X amount of TV stations. A certain amount, and this is why I don't know if you're aware of this, maybe you probably are. And everything was broken at the Mississippi River. Seriously, if you were a radio or TV station to the west of the Mississippi, your call letter started with a K. East of the Mississippi started with a W. Now you take KYW and KDKA in Pittsburgh, which were Westinghouse products, when they had to swap because they were out of balance where their locations were, they traded things but kept the call letters. That's why you'll find they're the only two on the East Coast with the K in the front. Learned something new today.
Mm-hmm.
See that? Anyway, with my background in this, and knowing how this all works and everything, I look at it and I go, you can do samples.
Mm-hmm.
But how do you get the people to try that sample? How do you get that in front of them? I had a crazy thought. You have tons of businesses around here. Man, you almost want to do a sample for them. Send it to them and say, just listen to this.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And on our website, we have try before you buy. And what attracts a lot of people to our website is our site, not to get into internet terms here, but basically our site's optimized. So if somebody would type in on hold messaging, or I'm looking for auto attendant recordings, we're going to show up on the internet. And when you go to our site, you're going to have options to A, audition existing work that we've already done for companies, such as Harley Davidson and others. B, request a quote. C, go to our blog and read some of the voice talent profiles, people that we work with, like Andre Gardner, Eileen Brady, Audrey Bentham. She does a lot of the voice work for PBS and so on. Mm-hmm. And also make a submission themselves to try our service before they even buy it.
Right. So how long have you been doing it as Mind the Gap?
Since 2006.
Oh, so it's been around then.
Oh, yeah. We've been in business for over 20 years.
Yeah, but I'll say Mind the Gap is 9 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because, as I mentioned, we're rebranding right now, too, from Brandywine Country to Destination Delco. And we've got the big unveiling rollout on October 6th. And we're looking at those avenues where we can get to say, here it is. It's coming. It's coming. We just tease people a little bit with that stuff right now. Now, how did you get the voice talent? I mean, you just went out and recruited, or you heard them and you said, "Who is that?" Or
in the beginning, it was when I was in my band Bag, and basically I was performing out a lot, and DJs would come to clubs like Chestnut Cabaret,
right?
Do announcements for the opening act and all that type of stuff. And then I would get to meet him. We would get talking, and then I built a recording studio. And at the time, I wasn't making enough money to live off the music. So, I was a salesman at the time.
A starving musician. What a story. What makes it better is a starving musician from South Jersey. Don't even get me started.
Camden.
Yeah, where do you live now?
Drexel Hill.
Much better. How long have you been out there?
My Lord. Since 89.
Okay, you're a Delco guy then.
I must be.
You're a Delco guy.
25 plus years.
Yeah, you're no longer a South Jersey guy. After
Yeah.
20 years, you're a Delco guy. All right? Because you can take the boy out of Delco, but you can't take the Delco out of the boy. All right? South Jersey, my ass.
So it was from just meeting them at gigs and stuff like
Okay.
that. But as time evolved, we reached out to people because clients had specific needs, i.e., we need a British talent. So if we didn't have a British talent on our roster, we had to reach out and look for someone via the internet.
Okay.
So, and that's what we did.
Okay. Do you still write and perform and record?
Yeah, that's an integral. There's three integral things that we do at Mind the Gap. One is the services that I just outlined earlier: on hold, in-store, auto attendant. Second thing is that we give back to the community, and we do it two ways. We donate a portion of our profits to music and charitable organizations such as Musicopia that offers used musical equipment to struggling school districts like in Philadelphia, as we know. And third, we create and publish new adventurous music. And, just like what it was like being in Bag, our music tends to be very adventurous. We push the musical boundaries. And they're the three main areas that our mission, so to speak, of Mind the Gap.
Okay. Now, what do you see, though, technology-wise, with this product, the way you've got it set up and everything now? What's the future?
Well,
I mean, do you think about it?
Mm-hmm. Well, the one thing that is happening in this industry is just incorporating these services are becoming much and much easier. Back in the day, 20 years ago, you would need a fleet of trucks, technicians come out to install an on-hold system or an in-store system, at a retail location and so on. You don't need to do that. It's plug and play. I mean, literally. And in addition, to make changes to your programming, it's all done via the internet. Once you connect our player to your router, it connects to our server. So anytime you want to update your program, you notify us. That player at your location calls back to our server and remotely downloads it.
Wow.
So it's plug and play.
Boy, I'll tell you, the times they are changing. I mean, in my day, the editing booth was a room twice the size of this, and the board ran the whole length of the room, and you had three technicians working it. Now you can do it all off a keyboard in front of a computer, and it's done. Piece of cake, slice of pie. What hath God wrought? I just, it's tough getting used to it sometimes. You sound like you like what you do.
I do.
Well, you've been doing it long enough.
I have.
And we got about a little over a minute left. If you know anything, like, what's the weirdest request you've had for an on-hold piece? Or an in-store piece or whatever?
For a sex shop.
Okay.
And they wanted lots of oohs and ahs. So,
Did you use a British guy?
I used the Southern Belle.
I did. All right. Well, so then, your clientele runs the gamut then, doesn't it, Mark?
Sure does.
That's just good.
It applies to every business.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I have had the absolute pleasure of talking to Marc Gallo, who's the president of Mind the Gap. WeMindTheGap.com, 1-888-353-6745, in-store, on-hold, auto attendant, professional music and messaging solutions. They are located in beautiful Pilgrim Gardens, right on Township Line in Delaware County. Check them out today. It's a great concept. Sample them. It's free. try a sample. Okay? Make sure you put your comments in. This is Tori Fiore. You've been listening to the Delco Show on iRadio Philly. Have a